The fight against corruption in Nigeria can only be won if we all come together and give our support to the anti-graft agencies. Corruption affects everyone irrespective of tribe, religion, status, or gender. Do not be left out in the quest for a corrupt-free Nigeria. Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the program, The Eagle. My name is Aisha Gambari.
I am Aisha Mohammed, thanking you for keeping a date with us as we bring you a recap of activities within and outside the EFCC.
Imagine a society where everything works. Durable road networks, stable electricity supply, portable water, well-equipped and functional healthcare facilities, quality education for all, affordable housing schemes, social security benefits, job creation, and a lot more that makes life comfortable to live. That is an ideal society. We can only achieve these if we all play our part. Say no to corruption to enjoy these benefits. Kill corruption to save Nigeria. This message is from the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC.
A staff of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Christian Nwosu, who is one of the suspects in the ongoing trial of Desiani Alice Madueke's 23 billion naira bribery saga, has pleaded guilty.
Subsidy scam. Court jails Jibrin Rowaye and his company, Brila Energy, to 104 years imprisonment.
EFCC arraigns the former Kwara Hotel boss Mohammed Goberi alongside Mondial Defense Systems Limited on 5 counts charged battering and conspiracy, stealing and forgery. And the Kaduna Zonal Office of the Commission arrests members of a notorious fraud syndicate.
We will also bring to you a special report on properties allegedly traced to Dezani Alison Madueke, former Minister of Petroleum. This and many more will come your way after this timeout. Don't go away.
We begin today with the sentencing of Jibril Rowaye, an oil marketer, by Justice Adebukola Banjoko of the High Court of the Federal Capital Territory, sitting in Gudu, Abuja. Rowaye was convicted and sentenced to 104 years imprisonment over a 1 billion naira subsidy fraud charge preferred against him by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC. Kamila Gaby tells us more.
In the landmark judgment that lasted about 5.5 hours, Rowaye was convicted along with his company, Brila Energy Limited, and another firm, Alminur Resources Limited, to which the permit to import 10,000 metric tons of premium motor spirit into Nigeria was issued in 2011. Rowaye and Brila Energy Limited were arraigned alongside Saminu Rabiu and his company Alminur Resources Limited on October 17, 2012 on a 17-count charge of conspiracy and fraud. However, the charge was amended following the death of Rabiu, who died on October 7, 2014, after the prosecution had closed its case with 12 witnesses in order to delete his name as defendant in the suit. The other three, Rowaye, Brila and Alminur, was subsequently rearraigned on February 12, 2016. After diligent prosecution of the case by EFCC counsel Silvanus Tahir, Justice Banjoko convicted and sentenced Rowaye on 14 out of the 17 counts preferred against him by the EFCC. On counts 1 and 2, Rowaye and the two oil companies, Brila and Alminur, were sentenced to 10 years imprisonment each without an option of fine. Additionally, on count 2, which bordered on how the convicts fraudulently obtained over 1.05 billion naira from the Petroleum Support Fund as payment for importation of 10,000 tons of PMS, the judge ordered the convicts to pay, by way of restitution, the sum equivalent to the loss sustained by the victim, which is the federal government of Nigeria. On counts 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 15, 16, and 17, the three defendants were sentenced to 7 years imprisonment with an option of fine of 5 million naira each. The court, however, discharged Rowaye, Alminur, and Brila on counts 12, 13, and 14. According to the judge, and I quote, "The sentences are to run concurrently, while the penalty sentencing are to run consecutively." End of quote.
Next is a recap of details surrounding the trial of staff of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, who are alleged to have been bribed by a former Minister of Petroleum, Diezani Alison Madueke. One of the defendants, Christian Uwonsu, has pleaded guilty to receiving 30 million naira as bribe out of the said sum. Kamali Gebi has the complete report.
The 23 billion naira alleged bribe was allegedly meant to compromise electoral officers before the 2015 general elections. Uwonsu was among 3 INEC officials that were docked by the EFCC before Justice M.B. Idris of the Federal High Court sitting in Ikoyi, Lagos, on a 7-count charge bordering on receiving gratification to the tune of 200 million naira. Uwonsu had pleaded guilty to the charge preferred against him, while the other defendants, Yisa Olarinwaju Adedoyin and Tijani Bashir, pleaded not guilty to the charges. Uwonsu and the other accused persons had on March 27, 2015, allegedly received bribes from a former Minister of Petroleum Resources, Diezani Alison Madueke, ahead of the 2015 general elections. Counsel to defendants Adaku Mbangba and Nelson Imo pleaded with the court to grant them bail on self-recognizance as they are first-time offenders. In his address, the prosecuting counsel, Rotimi Oyedepo, told the court that the first defendant, Uwonsu, had entered a plea bargain agreement with the commission. Oyedepo further told the court that the first defendant was invited to the commission's office where his statement was taken under words of caution. The EFCC counsel also told the court that the first defendant had admitted essentially to the ingredients of the alleged offense in his statement to the commission on December 12, 2016. He stated that the receipt of payment of the money signed for by the first defendant was also retrieved by the commission. Both the statement and the receipt were tendered and admitted as exhibits A to A6 by the court. Having listened to the counsel, Justice Idris found the first defendant liable as charged on count 7. He, however, deferred the sentencing of the first defendant to May 7, 2017. He ordered Uwonsu to be remanded in EFCC custody till the next adjourned date. Justice Idris thereafter admitted both the second and third defendants to bail in the sum of 50 million naira with 2 sureties in like sum. The sureties must have landed properties within the jurisdiction of the court. The court also ruled that the second and third accused persons must submit their international passports to the court and thereafter ordered that they should be remanded in prison custody till the perfection of their bail conditions. The case was adjourned to May 7, 2017 for continuation of trial. Also arraigned by the Commission is a serving permanent secretary in the Federal Ministry of Labour, Clement Ilo, before Justice Babs Kwewumi of the Federal High Court, Lagos, on a 3-count charge bordering on failure to declare his assets. The accused person allegedly failed to disclose the sum of about 100 million naira in his account number 303-375-0243, domiciled with First Bank of Nigeria PLC. He also allegedly warehoused the sum of over 100,000 United States dollars and another 10,000 pounds sterling in his domicile account in the same bank. The offences are contrary to and punishable under Sections 23, subsection 3C of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission Establishment Act 2004. The accused person pleaded not guilty to the charges when they were read to him. In view of his plea, the prosecution counsel, Rotimi Oyedepo, asked the court for a trial date. The defense counsel, however, pleaded with the court to grant his client bail on liberal terms. Justice Kwewumi granted the accused bail in the sum of 50 million naira with 1 surety in like sum. The surety must have landed property within the court's jurisdiction with evidence of tax payment for 3 years. Meanwhile, the defendant, who must also submit his international passport with the court's deputy chief registrar, was ordered to be remanded in EFCC custody pending the perfection of his bail conditions. Justice Kwewumi adjourned to May 8, 2017 for commencement of trial.
Welcome back. Members of a notorious fraud syndicate have been arrested by the Kaduna Zonal Office of the Commission. The syndicate, which comprises of 4 Nigerians and 1 Nigerian, were arrested in their hideout in one of the local government areas in the state. Amina Kaowa is our guide.
The fraudsters, who allegedly specialize in duping innocent persons of their hard-earned monies, were arrested in a bush along Sabangari, Kurminkogi, Ikar local government area of Kaduna State. Those arrested are Salisu Rabiu, aka Mimagani, Ibrahim Idris, aka Dankano, Magaji Musa, a Nigerian, aka Mishayi, Haruna Abdullahi, aka Balogun, and Abubakar Omar, aka Fulani. The suspects were apprehended during a search of their hideout, which is suspected to be kidnappers' den. The search also led to the startling discovery of fake US dollars in the sum of over 500,000 US dollars and some charms. The five-man gang met their Waterloo when they conspired among themselves to lure an unsuspecting victim into believing that some unclaimed boxes containing huge amount of dollars were kept with some headsmen believed to be accomplices by an unidentified politician. Doubtful of the story, the would-be victim contacted the commission. The operatives of the commission, upon receipt of the intelligence, swung into action and arrested the gang members in their hideout. All the suspects are in custody while investigation continues. Operatives also recovered from the suspects printers suspected to be instruments used in printing the fake currencies, charms, and other incriminating elements. Amina Kawa, reporting for The Eagle.
The Commission wishes to seize this opportunity to warn members of the public to be wary of any get-rich-quick offer in order not to fall victims of scam. However, those who had fallen victims of the nefarious activities of those syndicates are enjoined to report to the Commission's offices in Abuja, Lagos, Kano, Kaduna, Port Harcourt, Maiduguri, Gombe, and Ibadan, or via info@efccnigeria.org, or by calling any of these numbers showing on the screen. From Kaduna, we move to Lagos as the EFCC arraigns of former Kwara Hotel boss Mohammed Gober alongside Mondial Defense Systems Limited before Justice J.E. Oyefeso of the Lagos High Court sitting in Ikeja. Golden Onwura has more.
Gober was docked by the Commission on a 5-count charge bordering on conspiracy, forgery and stealing to the tune of over 200 million naira. The accused allegedly converted the said money meant for the purchase of security bands for Kwara State government to personal use. The accused person pleaded not guilty to the charges. The prosecution counsel Zainab Etu asked the court for a trial date and prayed that the accused be remanded in prison custody. However, counsel to the accused urged the court to grant their clients bail. The prosecution counsel opposed the bail applications on the grounds that the first defendant, Gober, is a flight risk who might abscond from trial if granted bail. Etu also told the court that Gober is currently undergoing trial in matters bordering on false declaration, obtaining money under false pretense, forgery, stealing and possession of fraudulent documents before Justice Adebiyi of Lagos State High Court, Ikeja, and Justice Oguntoyinbo of Federal High Court, Ikoyi, respectively. After listening to all submissions, Justice Oyefeso ruled that the court had discretion in this circumstance, adding that the offence is bailable. Consequently, Justice Oyefeso granted the first defendant bail in the sum of 50 million naira with 2 sureties in like sum. One of the sureties must be a blood relation to the first defendant, while the other must be a landowner in Lagos State. The 2 sureties, the judge ruled, must tender their tax payment clearance for 2 previous years. The judge further ordered that the residential address of the first defendant should be verified by the court, while his international passport should be submitted to the court's registrar. Gober was ordered to be remanded in Ikoyi prison, pending the perfection of his bail conditions. The case was adjourned to June 8 and 13, 2017 for trial.
Next on the program is a special report on properties allegedly traced to Dezani Alison Madueke, former Minister of Petroleum. Please stay tuned.
The Economic and Financial Crimes Commission (EFCC) launched an investigation into the activities of Dezani Alison Madueke, former Minister of Petroleum Resources in Nigeria. The ex-minister and her cronies were said to have stolen and laundered millions of pounds sterling in properties and jewelries. After thorough investigations, the EFCC operatives were able to trace several properties across the country linked to Mrs. Alison Madueke. In Lagos, Nigeria, Alison Madueke allegedly bought a block of 6-unit service apartments at number 135 Awolowo Road, Ikoyi, Lagos. The apartments are equipped with a standby power generating set, sporting facilities, playground, and a water treatment plant. The said property was bought at the rate of over 800 million naira on 6th January 2012. Another property in Yaba, Lagos was also discovered by the operatives, all occupied by tenants. The houses located at number 7, Thornburn Street and 5, Raymond Street, Yaba, consist of 21 numbers mixed housing units of 8 number 4-bedroom terrace units, 2 penthouse apartments of 3-bedroom each, and 6 3-bedroom apartments, all en suites. Others are 2 numbers en suite 2-bedroom apartments and 1 4-bedroom apartments, also en suite. The said property was bought on 30th May 2012 at the whopping cost of about 1 billion naira. In Lekki Phase 1, an upscale neighborhood of Lagos, operators found a twin 4-bedroom duplex. The duplex is located on plot 33, block 112, Lekki Peninsula Residential Scheme 1, Lekki, Lagos, with an estimated value of over 200 million naira. And in Banana Island, also in Lagos, 2 apartments were traced to her at the Bella Vista Court. The apartments, which are penthouses, are located on block C5, flat 21, block 1, zone N, Banana Island, which was bought at the rate of about $350 million on the 22nd November 2011. Also found was a large expanse of land at Oniru, Victoria Island, Lagos. The land is currently being utilized by scavengers who use it as a dumping site. The land, which is located in Oniru Chieftaincy Family Private Estate, Lekki Peninsula, was bought on the 16th of February 2012 at the rate of about 135 million naira. Another property traced to Dezani is a penthouse located at number 8, Gerard Road, Ikoyi, Lagos, situated on the 11th floor in the Block B wing of the building. The said property was bought at the rate of 12 million naira on the 20th December 2011. In Abuja, Nigeria, the EFCC operatives traced a tastefully furnished duplex to Alison Madueke. A search was conducted on the property, and during the search, operatives discovered boxes of jewelries worth millions of pounds and dollars stacked in cash. The duplex, which also has a guest chalet, boys' quarters, swimming pool, sport facilities, and a host of various amenities, was bought in December 2009 at the cost of about 400 million naira. It is located on number 10, Chiluba Close off Jose Mati Street, Asokoro, Abuja. road link to the former minister in Abuja is a mini estate. The estate, located in Mabushi Gardens Estate, plot 1205, Cadastral Zone B06, Mabushi, Abuja, contains 13 numbers 3-bedroom terrace houses with 1-room maid's quarters and suites. It was purchased on 2nd April 2012 at the cost of 650 million naira. Also in Abuja, a 6-bedroom and suite apartment with 3 living rooms, 2-bedroom guest Charlie, 2-bedroom boys' quarters, 2 lock-up garages and a car park was discovered at number 6 Aso Drive, Maitama, Abuja. It was bought on 20th July 2011 at the cost of 80 million naira. In Port Harcourt, River State, an estate of 16 4-bedroom terrace duplexes was discovered at Heritage Court Estate, Plot 2C, on Merelu Street, Diobi Government Residential Area, Phase 1 Extension, Port Harcourt. The estate, which is also equipped with standby power generating set, was acquired on 30th May 2012 at the cost of over 900 million naira. In Bayelsa State, a mansion with an additional 2 blocks of flats, also en suite, and the maid's quarters were also traced to her. The house, located on Goodluck Jonathan Road, Yenogwa, is sitting on a large expanse of land and was estimated to have cost hundreds of millions. The mansion, which is tastefully furnished, is equipped with 4 living rooms, 8 bedrooms, furniture which include chairs, tables, beddings, wardrobes, cabinets, all gold-plated. Other facilities like the kitchen, bar, bedroom, shower, jacuzzi bathtubs, and toilets are also gold-plated. They are also estimated to have cost hundreds of millions. This is where we draw the curtain on this week's edition of the program. Please join us again next week for another interesting package. To leave a comment, please send your contributions to theeagle@efccnigeria.org or search for us on Google Plus at Official EFCC or Official EFCCNG@gmail.com.
You can also like our page on facebook.com/Official EFCC or follow us on Twitter @Official EFCC. And to watch our programs and other activities, please log on to youtube.com/Official EFCC. My name is Aisha Muhammad. Thank you for watching and goodbye.
And I'm Aisha Gambari. See you next week. God bless Nigeria.